I think if there's one thing I could change, it would just to be able to see more of the loser bracket games, because they are every single game being 2,000 elo plus is so hype. But right now, a really hype game is beginning. Guys, take it away here.
3,
Yep.
2,
And I think we should be starting on Clawz's point of view, as it's his map pick. He gets the LG spawn, he can go for the red straight away. Oh wow,
this could be bad
barely
for
in
Ash.
time. Look at this. Ash doesn't have the mega. He had only a yellow to his name, so that was
That was a huge gamble for Ash. I think he was kind of expecting to get there much sooner than Clawz. Nearly did, actually, but yeah, unfortunately, the gamble didn't quite pay off because he didn't have any armor, he didn't have much health. All he had was that rocket launcher, and yeah, didn't work out so well for him. Clawz already in position for that second red, and looking quite solid here on the 200 stack now.
Yep.
And that's the perfect start. I mean, that's exactly what Clawz wanted.
That's the gamble that Ash did there. But Ash is playing quite passive now, just spamming those grenades and immediately escaping.
Yeah, exactly. Ash isn't going to make the same mistake twice. He is going to be way more calculated now. At least he's going to have some items to play with before just running into a battle against Clawz. I mean, Clawz has really good combat skills. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, as we talked about, his aim is so solid. There we go, good rail. And stacks are actually quite fairly equal even after that rail. So Clawz really wants to make sure he can get the mega and deal damage at the red, but he's a bit too late there. Yeah, he decided to go around instead. Go for the yellow.
I don't think Clawz is going to be too upset with that. I mean, he had to give up that red, but got a yellow to fall back onto, and he had a little bit of armor.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad move at all. I was just expecting a bit different one.
So 2 minutes into this game now, and 1-0 for Clawz. Still only that frag at the beginning there, separating these two players. Ash definitely slowing things down a little bit here. We have a fight over the mega. Clawz is actually just going to break away. Let Ash take that.
Yeah, and that's actually the first mega for Ash so far.
Could be a frag for Ash. He's doing well with the LG. Oh, direct rocket from Clawz and a rail.
Oh wow, look at this. Ash left on
10
30 health.
Yeah, Clawz was left on 10 there when he
Oh.
escaped.
Oh wow. Both players solo.
I thought that was going to be a frag. Yeah, both players breaking away just before one of them died. And this mega's going to be up in the next 5 seconds or so.
Clawz already in position for it, got the item, but it's gonna be Ash landing at least one rail there, and Clawz is gonna get in position for this rail. Nice rail by Clawz.
Absolutely, and Clawz back up to about 150, 150 now. I must say, Clawz has enjoyed a bit more of the control on this map so far.
Yeah, but it doesn't show in the frags. It's only one now.
What Ash has been doing well is he's rotating those yellow armors, or getting as many of them as possible. Here's Ash at the top yellow. I don't even know who took that yellow. Was it Ash?
I'm not 100% sure here.
I think Clawz
Might
got
have
it.
been.
I
Oh,
think.
Clawz got it.
I
Okay,
think.
good.
Clawz doesn't really need this yellow, looking to bait out Ash a bit. But he's going to take it instead and just position himself around here for this red armor. I think that's the more important item. Clawz wants to defend this.
Yeah, so far very slow game here.
Yeah, I think Ash realized his mistake at the beginning, and he's just trying to play this a bit more calculated. Beautiful rocket there, rocket to rail combo from Clawz. Ash does get away with that mega health, but he took a lot of damage for it. A very expensive mega there for Ash. And again, Clawz coming out with the rail. He's going to rush up here with the LG. Ash needs to be very careful. Oh wow.
impressive.
Ash on 2 health after that fight.
I'm just gonna watch Ash now, out of control.
This is it hasn't been the first time we've seen Ash left super low after fights, but Clawz hasn't been chasing for them, and I think this is something that we don't see from Clawz too often. His playstyle usually seems to be more aim heavy and aggressive, and he's letting Ash get away.
Yeah, I think it's great to see Clawz playing a bit more calculated, playing a bit more around the items. Like you said, usually he'd like to chase his opponent down. Beautiful rail there from Clawz. Ash again left on 52 health here. And bottom 50 isn't up for him, so Ash is really, really struggling on this map at the moment. Struggling to get those items, struggling to keep his stack up. This should be a frag for Clawz. Easy in the end. Clawz got that red armor to fall back onto. Ah, that's really got to hurt there for Ash. Running straight into a direct rocket from Clawz and taking a rail. Make that 2 rails. Beautiful play there from Clawz.
Yeah,
3-0 now.
Finally Clawz is making these frags happen. He's been in control for almost the whole game. And he was so long with only 1 frag that he got in the first 10 seconds or 20 seconds of the game.
1 more rail here. There we go.
Oh wow.
4-0 now, and Clawz showing us just why Sinister is his map pick.
Yeah, Clawz is really making it happen right now. Feels like he's getting properly warmed up.
Yeah, and after what was a slow start, looks like Clawz turned it up a gear, and now 4 frags in a very short space of time here for the Belarusian. Clawz he's patient. I mean, he's still playing the items. He's not doing anything crazy, making sure his stack is, you know, constantly at 200, 200. I think that's just what he needs to do. I mean, it's all up to Ash now to come to him. He's done the work.
He's not playing it dumb at all. We don't see him rushing into traps. And again, Ash had a trap there in the mega room, and Clawz was just waiting it out before the item spawned.
Yeah, very methodical here from Clawz. Really great to see. Could be another frag for Clawz. Keeping that algae so devastating, and that's going to be a real finish. Beautiful play there from Clawz.
So nice, so nice.
Mm-hmm. Ash was able to deal some damage, but if he doesn't get a rail or something quickly, it's not going to matter at all. Clawz will be able to get this ready, and Mega's going to be up as well. Might be a good chance for Ash to get a steal. And there we go, he actually does get it.
Yeah, I don't think Clawz is going to be too concerned about that. He's can afford to let Ash get a few items as long as he doesn't lose any frags. He's going to be fine with that.
We actually have Ash finally outstacking Clawz. Only not much. He has like 120 and a 150. Clawz on 100, 100.
I'm on Ash's POV now, just seeing what he's doing. Ash actually got himself that mega, so he's on 200, 150 at the moment, and it's now or never, Ash. If you want to come back into this game, you're going to have to really go for it now. 2.5 minutes left, and Ash is a 200, 200 stack. Clawz looking for those rail angles, looking to manage Ash's stack a little bit. Good rocket there.
Alright, we can see Ash tries to go for the damage a bit more often, but not quite landing it. Clawz is being slippery. And there's 2 minutes left, 6-0. It's Ash really needs to start doing something, and fast.
Absolutely. Ash back up to 200, 150 now, so make that 200, 200. Ash really has a stack here, but he just can't find Clawz. Can't seal the deal, can't get that first frag that he needs, and hopefully a few conversions. There we go, Clawz playing around the teleporter. This should be a frag for Ash.
Nope. It's not a frag for Ash. Clawz was dealing massive damage with those rockets.
Holy cow. Ash went into that battle on 200, 200, but Clawz's rockets were just far superior there.
Yeah, and the teleporter play can be very effective when you're playing the defensive game. Again.
Ash surely is going to rush through. Finally, Ash gets himself on the board there. Took 2 heavy rockets, so Ash isn't very healthy after that, but you know, a decent investment. He got himself a frag and a nice little follow-up frag there. Again, taking a lot of damage for his efforts.
Yeah, that was actually surprising that Ash did get the frag in the end. He was left so low, but Clawz didn't have anything on him, so...
And with 1 minute left, he's got 5 frags to make up. Doable, but highly unlikely. Clawz is going to just play super defensive, leaving grenades in his wake there. And I think Ash is going to try to get his mindset into the next map. It is his pick next, which is going to be ZTN. I think he needs to start preparing himself for that.
Yeah, and of course Ash is strong on ZTN.
Absolutely, and Ash doesn't want to let this get out of control. He wants to bring things back into a tiebreaker. Let's see if that'll happen.
Hopefully, yeah. More games, the merrier.
There we go, a third consolation frag for Ash, but it's going to be Clawz taking this game here. First map, Sinister. Remember, it was Clawz's pick, so well played to him.
I mean, if he manages to play this kind of game on ZTN, I'm sure Clawz is no stranger to that map. I don't think anyone in Quake is stranger to ZTN. But just keeping his aim on point and not rushing into traps and not making any clear mistakes.
Yeah, I was actually chatting to Clawz a few nights ago. He was online and he said ZTN is his worst map.
Oh.
Of course, you know, we know Clawz isn't an old school player and ZTN's a very old school map. So I'm going to be favoring Ash here. But, I mean, with Clawz's combat skills, who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
Out of seeds, guys, this is one of the closest games. This is Ash 4th seed versus Clawz 5th seed. Remember,
wow.
So this is really tight there. And one thing I want to point out for Clawz is actually really nice seeing him play at that level on stream. Often you see him get great results, but sometimes he chokes a bit on stream. This is what we need to see from him. Let's go into map 2.
Yep, they are both ready, not wasting any time. And I am gonna be on Ash's point of view. He is gonna get the mega health there. Clawz decided not to go aggressive. And Ash with both major items is looking to get a very nice start here.
Yeah, pretty standard start for Ash. He won himself that mega straight over to the red. Clawz, unfortunate not to do more damage there, but he's taking quite a few rails here. Clawz needs to be very careful. He's left on 15 health. He's going to be able to get that top 50, but Ash firmly in control here in the opening seconds of this game.
Yep. Just gotta cycle those items. He's getting the red and the mega. And Clawz is putting no pressure here. He's just focusing on getting himself back into a fighting condition before doing anything crazy.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to be at least a minute or so before Clawz can put in any sizable challenge. Good direct rocket there to stop Ash from advancing with that LG.
Let's see if Clawz timed the top 50 that he picked up previously. I think it just spawned there.
Oh wow. Very nice read there from Ash. Clawz again having to build himself up. No armor on Clawz. 92 health. He's got to be very, very careful here. On the other side, Ash sitting on 200, just listening out for sound cues. He wants to catch Clawz, wants to get himself on the board.
Barely missed his rail. And I don't know, Clawz is not going to find anything in this side of the map in a while. So Ash has no problem leaving him here. And he's going to be able to go aggressive soon enough.
Yeah, Ash has completely cleaned out the map and left nothing up for Clawz. And doing a whole lot of damage. There we go. Double rail combo from Ash, and
that's the first frag.
Again, Ash with a really, really solid rotation here. Clawz is really going to have to pull something out the bag to break this. Ash getting everything on the map.
Yeah, Ash. This is how you recognize a good CTM player. They are gonna be able to cycle pretty much all the items on the map, even though there's 2 yellows here.
Ash is looking to cut Clawz down. Beautiful direct
wow.
rocket there. Ash is gonna put him in a rocket jump, gets himself the red mid-battle here, and Clawz trying his utmost to escape.
Yeah, and that was quite a mistake from Clawz trying to jump for the mega area. I mean, if he could have gone for the item still, that would have been fantastic, but Ash was all prepared for it.
Ash has Clawz trapped here. This should be a follow-up frag for the Russian player there. Clawz looking to do as much MG damage as possible. I don't think Ash is going to let him get out of here. There we go. 3-0 now. And once again, Ash maintaining that rotation. Red armor immediately. There is a yellow that's up. I think it's the top yellow. And I wonder if Clawz knows that. He can get himself an armor finally. Will Ash let him?
That's always a good question. Ash on 200, he has the resource to fight for, but he's gonna find Clawz at the bottom teleporter.
That was so painful there. So Clawz did get himself a 50 armor finally. It's not going to be much. And Clawz really doesn't have anything to play with at the moment.
Yeah, he hasn't
Ash
had
again
a...
putting on the pressure, denying that bottom 50
Oh,
here,
wow.
and this should be another frag here for Ash. Clawz again trapped in this little room.
I mean, the thing is, Clawz hasn't had anything to play with during the whole game. He's had 5 yellows in total, that's all. Nothing else.
Absolutely, not a single major item here for Clawz, and it's just goes to show you how Ash has closed down this map for him.
And every time Clawz goes for these yellows, he's usually gonna get a rail as well. It's not easy.
Yeah. 4 minutes 20 seconds, and what Clawz has done well, to his credit, is kept the spawn line fairly low. So if he can get himself some items, if he can, by some miracle, break Ash's control here, still doable.
Yeah,
Approaching the
I mean,
halfway mark here.
that's an important thing, just keeping yourself alive when you figure out what to do. Ash going very aggressive, and it's gonna be Clawz going to the fall damage.
That's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, Clawz Quakering there. He did some good LG damage before going down, but yeah. Not gonna be happy with that.
5-minute warning.
Yeah, again, Ash able to deal the lightning and damage. Even though Clawz managed to escape, he doesn't have much to work
Clawz could
with.
be getting himself a red armor. Finally,
God.
Clawz, first red of the game. 5 minutes, 19 seconds into the game.
Yeah,
And,
this is massive. But that was quick.
that was a very sloppy fight there from Clawz.
He should have been able to land a bit better damage with those rockets and maybe try and get those 225 for himself in the middle of the fight, but not quite happening. What a nice grenade.
And that red is going to be up again. Clawz got it last time, so he should have climbing on this red. He's going to rocket jump up to it. Ash keeping the pressure on there with that LG. Is he going to drop?
Yeah, Asher wants to make sure he stacks himself back up. He knows the scoreline isn't too dramatic, so he's not gonna go for it.
Oh no, that is really terrible. Clawz actually got himself onto the Mega there, but that grenade just completely eliminated that, and Clawz is back to square one here, back to the drawing board.
Once more. Ash back to 200 armor, 100 health, and Mega's gonna be up very soon, so Clawz is actually managed to steal it here and get a 50 to his name, so again,
Yeah.
Clawz
Clawz
might be able to fight.
He's got something to play with now. Let's see if he can make this come. Red is going to be up on the spot. Clawz setting up a little trap here. Ash is ready for it, lands the rail shot.
Oh wow, Ash goes for these cheeky rails. He's been able to wiggle down Clawz's stack quite effectively without taking anything.
Yeah, 2 unreturned rails there for Ash. Perfect. And it's going to be a close fight. Clawz missing the rail there before he exit, and that's going to allow Ash to actually get that Mega and a rail there. Clawz dropping, looking for the drop rail, unfortunately missing it. That means Ash is going to be back in control here, and yeah, 6 to -1. I wouldn't be surprised if Clawz calls it GG very soon. I really don't see him coming back into this. He had a small glimmer of hope there. He got himself a red, he got himself a Mega, but Ash just completely closing him down.
Another raid for Clawz, and is he gonna go for the Mega health? Actually, that was quite a clever trap.
Oh no, that's... Ash is just completely, firing everything in the right places. Look at that, even a nice little cheeky rail there. Beautiful play from Ash, I must say. He's got all these angles down, he's spamming in the right places.
Clawz though, his plasma gun hasn't been too bad. It's only 9%, but for usual plasma use, that's not bad at all. But Ash, with this close range rails, he's gonna be able to get the next frag.
Yeah, I must say, Clawz's rail has also really been subpar this game. Only had 3 out of 10 shots. He hasn't used it much. He hasn't really hit much of what he has used. So, yeah. I'd say this was a well-deserved victory for Ash. It was his map pick. I mean, he was a favorite coming into this. But, unfortunate for Clawz there. He really just didn't have any chance coming into this game. Similar as to what happened in Sinister, I suppose. Clawz really choked down that map for Ash, and Ash is returning the favor.
And the thing is, Clawz he hasn't been able to get a single frag here, which is quite disheartening.
Last minute of the game, 7 to -1, convincing victory here for Ash. And yeah, we're going to get ourselves a tiebreaker. I wonder what it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw perhaps a T7.
Yeah, it's hard to say what they're gonna pick. There's Kyr, there's Toxicity, and T7 left in the pool.
And Lost World, I believe, was that?
Oh yeah, Last World as well.
Yeah. I think Clawz would go for a map like maybe T7. Ash would probably prefer something like Cure.
Yeah, it's actually hard to say. I don't know how. Yeah, could Clawz get his first frag? That's gonna happen.
2 seconds left. Congratulations, GG. Wow. Dominant ZTM performance there from Ash. Look at that control. 16 reds, 11 megas.
Was it 5 minutes till Clawz had a major item?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just stupid. It was like we were watching Ash play. Sorry, Asian play.
Yeah.
And also the damage.
Ash playing alone.
The damage as well is huge. I think someone pointed out how low Clawz's damage was, even halfway through the match, like only just over 1,000 or something like that.
You don't often see Clawz doing such little damage.
Really, really crazy.
Yeah, you can see he's not quite comfortable here on ZTN, so it's believable that he says ZTN is his worst map.
Oh no, for sure. And that's why I'm a half right at the moment. We've got to the tiebreaker map. Now I'm expecting Clawz to win the next one, but we're going to have to find out in a moment. It's nice that we're getting a tiebreaker very early on in today's games. Sorry guys, I'll talk more into the microphone. That's my fault. It's not the settings fault. I don't think they've actually picked a tiebreaker at all, have they?
Yeah, they haven't
so.
done that yet, so...
Let's see if they want to... I can't remember who picked first, but I think...
Yeah, it was Clawz's pick.
Yeah, Clawz picked first.
I like what you said, Chris, about the maps. I think Ash does want Cure, probably, and Clawz Furious Heights, I think, would suit him fairly well. But I could see if Ash removes Furious Heights, I could see Clawz possibly agreeing to play on Cure. But it's risky for Clawz, because he should know that Ash is extremely strong there.
Yeah, I don't think Clawz is particularly strong on DM13, nor Toxicity. I haven't seen him play much Toxicity, although I do think it's a map that would probably suit him really well, suit his style. But I haven't seen much of him there.
Toxicity would be really fun to see, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't have much in the way of fast maps in this pool, so it would be cool. Clawz is removing Lost World to begin with. Ash would like to request a map list. In fact, have you got the remaining maps? Okay, yeah. Nice. Wait, isn't there one more map left?
No, one was removed.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 remaining.
There were 5 remaining.
Oh, are they? Hold on. Wait, what am I forgetting? DM3. What did I forget? I'm completely confused.
There's Furious Heights, The Lost World,
Battleforge,
yeah.
Oh wow.
It's alright, don't worry. He's gonna get rid of T7, okay.
Yeah, smart move there from Ash. I think he knew Clawz is pretty good at T7. I wouldn't be surprised if Clawz was forced to eliminate Battleforged. Yeah, it looks like he had no choice there. He probably didn't want to play that map, so it's gonna be between Toxicity and Cure. So it's gonna be Toxicity. Interesting here.
Was expecting Ash to go for the Cure there, but Toxicity is. So we've got a fast-paced map for you guys to cast now. This should be cool. I'm getting my popcorn out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Toxicity can be a very entertaining map to watch.
Absolutely, and I'd probably favor Clawz. I mean, this is a lot of really tight angles, very fast pace to the game, which is something Clawz likes. But we can't rule Ash out. I mean, he's so experienced on this map. It has been in map pools for a while, so this should be quite a riveting game here. We'll let these guys know we're ready.
I'm hoping that both these guys have got their rail on, because they're both insanely impressive with that gun. But it needs to be on for it to be truly, you know, watching poetry in motion. And Ash's rail looked pretty decent in Blood Run, actually. He was hitting some really nice shots. It looked like he was quite relaxed as well, and things just seemed to flow together very nicely. And his timing was bang on. Like, he had already won the game, basically, in the first half due to his just crazy control. We've got one player readied up. I think we'll be starting in any second.
Hopefully, yeah.
I will budge them a teeny tiny bit. Young Padawan can go huge here. of the Cypher face. Absolutely. Cypher is so complimentary of Clawz as well, actually. And when I speak to Cypher about Clawz, he's like, his aim, he just can't stop talking about his aim, basically. And he plays CS with Clawz as well from time to time, and he's saying it's just stupid. They just give the guy the sniper rifle AWP, if you guys don't know. And it's just, the game is over. This guy is a beast. It's inhuman aim.
Yeah. Such a young player, so
and when crazy reactions.
For sure. Apparently Ash has got some spam on Steam that he needs to deal with at the moment. This is why.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah, guys, people are a little confused and wondering about people removing maps and stuff against certain players. It's a pick system, so the first maps that people play are picked by the players, and then afterwards they, of course, remove maps in order to get themselves a tiebreaker. This is how the system works.
Absolutely, and I like it. It allows players to play their best map and provide some pretty good challenges here.
Yeah, there's like debates for and against the pick, but the thing is, we don't really have many pick tournaments around at all, like ever, basically. And I think it's actually a good way to, in a best-of-3 series, give the underdogs a chance to play their best map against the pros and see if actually they can beat top players with it. But it looks like they've readied up. Let's get into this tiebreaker.
Yep. And this is Ash's pick, which is quite surprising. He's gonna get the railgun spawn with a red armor.
Yeah, we just saw Clawz picking up the...
Look at that
very
aggressive play. Didn't pay off for Clawz. That plasma that Ash had, that was amazing. He landed 64% of those plasma balls.
That is huge. I don't think Clawz was quite expecting that amount of damage to come from Ash's plasma. Also, again, a bit of a risky move from Clawz there. Took a bit of a gamble and unfortunately not paying off for him. So that means Ash is going to be able to get the second red here and get himself into position for this Mega that's going to be up in just a second. And there we go, Ash already first up here with the control on this map.
He's just playing it passive here on the red armor. I don't think Clawz is gonna put too much pressure, just firing a bit of those rockets. Railgun might have been more effective, but I don't think he has the gun. No, he does have the gun, but he wasn't just shooting it.
Oh wow. Back-to-back rails there from Clawz. Does take one in exchange.
Two?
Make that 2 for 2 now. Clawz railable. He needs to be careful. Clawz picked up that red armor, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Ash still hanging around here, looking to do some extra rocket damage. Clawz actually rocket jumps out of there. Uses the last bit of armor that he has. Ow.
Yeah.
Solid Ash completely expecting that angle, yeah.
Yeah. Very solid play by the Russian. Nice rail there at the red. And it's gonna be Clawz getting the item. Only one red for a red. Only one rail for a red is not too bad, I think. But Ash keeps landing most of them. And he does pick a frag with it.
Fourth frag for Ash, and Clawz, yeah, like you said, he's picking up some items, but unfortunately Ash is just dealing so much damage, completely taking those items away from him as he picks them up.
Oh, again, Ash's plasma spam dealing a lot of damage. That was like worth a rail shot or a rocket.
Yeah. Little double back there from Clawz, but it cost him again. And this should be another frag for Ash, easy in the end. He does take a rail. It's not going to hurt him too much. 6-0 now in the first 3 minutes of the game. And it's still not bad for Clawz. I mean, a 6 frag deficit on Toxicity isn't too concerning at this stage, but you know, he doesn't want to let it grow.
6 frags at Toxicity is like 1 frag on a Lost World. And Ash is just playing these items very well. Even though Clawz is able to go pick them up, he's getting a lot of damage in return. Again, he was left 12 health after the previous rail, and there we go.
Look at that, Clawz really struggling here. Ash has just got these angles so waxed. Was finding it a bit difficult to find the frags now. He's doing good damage on Ash here. Ash does get that red armor, but this might be a frag for Clawz. Looking for that last little bit of rocket damage.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity for Clawz, and fortunate for him, Ash also landing the, missing the rail.
Yeah. Unlucky Clawz didn't have a railgun there. Ooh, that was close.
And we can also see Ash using these angles for his advantage, as Clawz very rarely is able to deal any damage. It's Ash always peeking those angles and getting the shots, and then he's disappeared again. Must be
Here we
very
go again.
frustrating.
Clawz going for the item. Ash is more than ready for it. And this might even be the 9th frag here for Ash. Clawz left very low after that fight.
Yeah, and I don't think Ash really minds leaving Clawz just low on the map because he's cleaning out all the important items. But Clawz,
there we go.
Back-to-back rails, he's gonna get the first frag, finally. It might be pretty quick though. He was able to get the rail.
1 health.
On 1 health, that 25 is gonna be so tasty. Come on, Clawz. You need to stay alive right now. Rocket jump for the 50? Yeah, it works.
9 health again. There we go, Ash with the impressive, and Ash's rail is just on today.
Yeah. It certainly is.
48% versus 30%, and that's making all the difference here on Toxicity. Finally, Clawz landing some rails of his own. Can he... wasn't able to get that last shot off before the red, but he is able to get the frag, and 2-9 now for Clawz. Misses the little drive-by there. Could be another frag for Clawz. Actually, he's going to frag himself there.
Oh wow. Oh wow. There we go. 2 rails for Clawz.
Can he get one more?
He only has the machine gun besides the railgun, so it's not quite good enough. He really should have landed those shots in order to do anything there.
There we go, direct rocket from Ash. This should be an 11th frag. Here we go, 6 minutes into the game, 10 frags the difference. Still doable for Clawz, but he really needs to slow down Ash's pace here with that railgun. Can't give Ash these angles. He keeps, you know, trying to peek, and Ash is just more than ready for it all the time.
I was expecting to get a slime kill there, or suicide event. Not this time.
Wow, one more rail. Ash could be going down here. Instead he lands one off with himself. Clawz is just really struggling with his railgun today. He's looking for those angles, but unfortunately he's just not hitting. At least he's not hitting as much as Ash, and really hurting him right now.
I mean, it's 24 out of 62. It's not bad, but he's still missing them in the important situations.
Yeah, he's fired more rails than Ash, but Ash is just hitting 50% of his rails.
Oh well, and there we go again. Ash with another railgun kill.
Oh, Cypher's left. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was too much for him already.
Gonna suck if Clawz pulls some crazy comeback now.
Yeah.
Although that is easier said than done. Ash again with a 200 armor stack, 100 health, landing those rail shots once more.
And there's the mega already gone from Clawz.
Yeah.
Ash doesn't need any other weapon than the railgun here.
16 to 1, and things really getting out of control now for Clawz. I mean, you know, it was doable when there was a 10 frag deficit, but a 15 frag deficit in 2 minutes, I'm not so sure anymore. And do you remember the winner of this game will have to face Agent in the losers bracket, so it's not exactly a nice consolation prize there. 18 to 1, and looks like in the end probably a convincing victory for Ash.
Yeah, it's clearly showing everybody that, okay, it might not be smart Toxicity against me, if nothing else. Or it might be smart to remove Toxicity against me.
Impressive.
Ash just waiting here.
1
Looking
minute.
for the spawn. Was trying to bait it out. Yeah, a little bit, you know, a little too late now. What can I say?
Yeah,
Beautiful performance here from Ash.
It's quite a disheartening story, to be honest. Yeah, 22 to 1 now.
I mean, a well-deserved victory, and that means Ash is going to be progressing through to the semis.
Oh,
and
no.
Clawz back onto 0 frags now. Will be going into the losers bracket where he'll face Agent.
Impressive.
And that's usually not very fun.
I mean, it's already
one of the
unusual that
strongest
we.
players.
It's already unusual to see Agent in the losers bracket this early, so
Yep,
yeah, it's
that
gonna
is
be
correct.
fun.
There we
That does
go.
mean, however, that we will be getting Bastian versus Pavel up next, which is a game that I am really, really looking forward to.
That's gonna be very good. Especially if Baxter is able to play like yesterday.
I think I broke the stream numbers.
What?
Ash is now about several billion in front of Clawz. Oops. I'll fix that in a moment. That Ash's control, firstly, has been much better than Clawz.